The 101st British Crown Green Bowling Association British Senior Merit is once again sponsored by Flowfit hydraulic component manufacturers and is held at Llay Miners Welfare Club on the outskirts of Wrexham. All season, players from across the Crown Green bowling world have been playing in local county merit events. At the start of the season, the aim is to qualify for this event and to have their name recorded alongside the greats of the game who have won this event in the past. Today, the qualifiers from the four corners of the Crown Green world descend on this famous Welsh venue for one of the great events of Crown Green bowls. The first event was held in 1910 at Fleetwood Bowling Club on the Lancashire coast. The winner then received an 18-inch solid gold clock, whereas now it's pure hard cash from the prestige of the title. We spoke to the British Crown Green Bowling Association Chief Executive John Crowther at the start of the day.
It's the BCGBA Senior Merit, sponsored last few years by Flowfit, for which we're very grateful, but it is affectionately known as the All England.
So tell me, how do the players actually qualify through for this event?
Yeah, the players qualify through their own county merit based on the number of entries in their county merits in the previous year. So I get all the information from the counties, and the places are allocated from as low as 1 to 8. So the likes of Yorkshire, who have hundreds in their county merit, get 8 qualifiers and so on. And then the draw takes place, a sort of scattered draw. So if a county has 8 places in the 64, the draw is actually just done by numbers, they're scattered, and that's the way we end up. We have a very active a national development officer, Jodie Faulkner, who is working very, very hard along with county development officers, and we're trying to widen the sport, broaden it, and we are encouraging young people to take up the sport. It is very encouraging the way it's going, but a lot of people within British Crown Green, within the counties, are working very, very hard to increase the membership actively taking part in the sport. I have played a flat green, and I've been to flat green competitions. I went to one a few years ago at the Guildhall in Preston. It was very respectable, shall I say. A friend of mine, we were clapping quite rightly. I know it's a different sport, different the way they build up the heads and so on, but yeah, the Crown Green supporters can be a bit shall we say vociferous. They come for a day out wherever it may be. We're at an excellent venue here today, and the club should have made a few bob out of the drinks and refreshments that have been available, but it's been a fantastic day. I'd just like to say that everyone here, the Welsh Crown Green officials, British Crown Green officials, all the people at the club have worked fantastically hard, not just today. Obviously we've had meetings over the last few months and it's all come to fruition. I think we've got assembled here today one of the finest 64 players we've ever had in the history of this All England. So we're just in anticipation of an absolutely fantastic day, and the weather's looking good, so can't wait to get on with the action.
Simon Parsonage, Chief Executive of Flowfit, you've been involved with Crown Green for a long time, I believe, haven't you? And you're well involved with the sport.
Yes, good afternoon, Adrian. Yes, I am. Yeah, absolutely love Crown Green bowls. My family, my grandparents, they were all involved. My father, all involved. So yeah, we're heavily involved in South Shropshire, where I'm from, and heavily involved through Shropshire and the BCGBA.
No worries. And Flowfit themselves as a company, you were saying to me earlier, a number of your customers are actually Crown Green bowlers, so it's a perfect combination for your company to actually sponsor this event.
Yes, we've got quite a few customers. We'd always like a lot more, of course, but we're heavily involved with bowls through Flowfit and support a lot of competitions. We have a lot of good client base as a result of, yes. Yeah.
And you don't only sponsor the top events. I noticed you sponsor some events in your own local area as well.
Yeah, we've got, I do quite a bit of the local club, the local leagues and the Shropshire leagues and various other competitions. So we're heavily involved at grassroots as well, basically. So yeah.
And this is one of the top events in the whole country. The Waterloo is obviously world famous, but if there was a number 2, it would be this one, wouldn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is up there with the Champion of Champions, without a shadow of a doubt. All England, everybody wants to win the All England. It's tough to qualify in the first instance, so it's the All England is one of the top 2 in the country, in my opinion. But yeah.
Well, I'll let you go back and watch some of the action. I can tell you that you're dying to get out there. Thanks for talking to us.
Okay, thanks, Adrian. Yeah, have a great day. Cheers.
So an absolutely star-studded field, and all the past winners of this competition, 7 in total, have made it through to the final 32. In fact, two of them actually playing each other, with Greg Smith of Warwickshire, winner in 2013, up against Gary Ellis of Greater Manchester, winner in 2012 and 2003. Today we're bringing you all the action from a match between Wayne Dews of Yorkshire and Nick Jones of Wales.
So we're getting ready for our second round game, and of course Nick Jones has just won the toss and he will lead out from the local county from Wales against Wayne Dews from Yorkshire. Andy Kearns is in the commentary position. Wayne Dews against Nick Jones. What are you expecting, Andy?
I'm expecting Nick to be favourite on this heat. Local player, he'll know the green fairly well. He's playing Wayne Dews, a lad who I know a little bit better than Nick. He plays his balls in the Huddersfield area, lives in a place called Slaithwaite, or Slowit to the locals. A steady player. I think he lost in the last 8 of the Yorkshire 8 to qualify for this. I think Wayne will have to play a little bit better than his first round game. I saw the back end of that, but he won fairly comfortably. But I think he'll want to just improve a little bit, and hopefully it's got the makings of a good game.
Yeah, the big thing here is, of course, they're coming on to the number 1 green for the first time. They open up on number 2 green, so there will be a little bit of difference in sort of the size, the pace of the green, and of course the weather conditions are improving as the day goes on. But it's Dews against Nick Jones, of course, and there's a good early ball coming in down this bottom corner, and the first one on the score sheet is to the local lad Nick Jones, who won the jack. Andy, won the toss. How important is that?
I think when you're swapping greens like this, it's almost vital. It just gives you a chance to get a feel of the green before your opponent. I think Nick, like I say, will have played on this green, I'm certain of the fact, and Wayne is totally blind going on here, so to lose the toss is a big thing for Wayne. I can see Nick, if he's not careful, if Wayne's not careful, I can see Nick getting a big lead.
Well, it's gone across the crown of the green, just played a yard or so past the jack to the scoreboard side of the green. Nick Jones, 21-13 winner in his first round, up against Wayne Dews, who looks to have a better length but missed the line. Tricky part of the green probably, Andy, coming off the crown.
Yeah, it's not a massive crown on this green. It's I'm told it's only about 12 inches high, which is about average for a crown green. But where they're playing, they're just coming off it, so it's all going to be all finished. So it's uphill to the crown and then all downhill from there on. And this will trickle up to the jack now.
Yeah, good start from Nick Jones. The crowd will be on his side. He'll have every local supporter behind him. He's just asking Wayne Dews whether it's 2 or not. He'll have a concentration whether to play through, but obviously that might change now because he has been told it's 2, so he'll be looking to save 1 with a final ball. Off he goes. Any chance, Andy?
Giving it more to do. He stuck it out wide. It may just stay in on a length for second. It's just trailed on a bit there. It's done the job.
Yeah, second end, 2 singles, 1 to Nick Jones, so that's added to the 1 that he scored in the opening end, and he leads 2-0 in his second round match here in this British Crown Green Bowler Association Flowfit Senior Merit here in Wales. And of course they had a winner, of course, a few years ago, Mike Riley, the Welsh county Andy, winning the tournament, so the locals might just fancy they've got a bit of a chance today.
Yeah, Mike Riley was a very good winner as well. I think it was in Mayo Brace at Shropshire, beat a rising star in Wayne Ditchfield. A very, very good win indeed. And if Nick can emulate that, I think they'll be singing in the valleys.
Yeah, well, tonight. Yeah, they certainly have been through the summer, haven't they, in Wales, singing well. Anyway, concentrating on this second round game now. They've all had a feel of the green, they've all got a feel for the atmosphere throughout the day, and this is where it really hots up now, and it quickly moves towards the closing stages. Of course, that is how quickly it goes. You start off with 64 players in the final day, and you think it's a long day, but I can imagine when you're playing, it quickly moves on.
It does indeed. They get through the games really quickly. There's 2 greens with 5 games on each green at once, so they get through them really quick. It's just getting to that part of the day now when the sun's at its, getting hot and the greens are warming up, the players are warming up. Big chance.
One more, 3 singles on the scoreboard, third end for Nick Jones. That'll settle him down well, the Welshman. Just having a loop round, surveying where to go next. Doesn't seem to be any blockage or any traffic in the area that we think he may go towards the scoreboard's side of the green, and is exactly where he's going. So he might just be settling on a mark that he wants to stick on early doors to get probably some points on the board. Yeah, this could be a mark he knows from past games, or it's one he's comfortable on any green. He's just playing 28-30 yards, round peg off the crown, quick finish, leading. That's a good lead on the mark. It's making Wayne play up past the jack, and if he passes the jack he'll probably go out. We'll wait and see. Has he got him caught him short? Because that's what, as Andy Card's saying, if he goes past it he goes out, and he has got him short. So Nick Jones will be looking to double up, and twos are vital in the game. Speaking to Roy Armstrong about it, Andy, you'll know what it's like to chalk twos up. You quickly get close to the victory point, don't you?
You do. That's the only thing going for Wayne at the minute. He's lost the first 3 ends. He could have been 6-0 down, but he's only 3-0 down. It does make a massive difference. Twos win games. It's as simple as that. The mantra should be make your twos and save your twos.
Well, they're looking. He hasn't decided yet. He could go and have a look himself. That usually is the case. He'll say he fancies 2, I should imagine, Nick Jones, just to make it awkward for his opponent. Anyway, his opponent's definitely not going to have a check and have a look. He didn't seem to get that out particularly clearly.
Bobbled out, did that, and there's no bumps on the green, so chances. Chance going to run in the back of that, I think. Definitely saved.
Yeah, it's another single. 4 ends, 4 singles, all 4 going to the man wearing number 48 in blue, Nick Jones. Is there a big advantage if it is held in your own county, Andy, that you know a bit about the green? Does it help? Or?
I think it does. Well, it's got to do. Like I say, Wayne will never have seen these greens before. Nick will have prior knowledge, and also the support. He'll have quite a lot of people around the green that knows him, and they'll all be shouting for him, and it does make a little bit of a difference.
Yeah, as the tournament gets to the sort of nitty-gritty stages, the fans get louder and louder, don't they?
They do indeed.
Well, he's got good length, but he might just go past the jack and into the gutter. Not sure he's going to stick. No, it isn't. Now this is the first real chance for Wayne Hughes to get one close to the jack and strike off his 0 on the scoreboard at the moment.
Won't be so bad. It needs to stop.
If he goes past the jack, I think he goes off-handed.
Criminal. Needed to keep that ball on the green. He was. If it had been on a road or slightly wider, it would have stayed on, but because he was narrow of the jack, it ran out of green.
Well, he's played one more on the top side this time, and this won't go off. It's a cracking one.
It's a good ball.
So he disappointed Wayne Hughes that he didn't make Nick Jones have something to think about there when he sent his first ball off. Wayne Hughes followed up with his first ball off. Now, can he pull one here? No, he's off the land, and
it's again
another single. There's a one chance he would have wanted to step in, Andy, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you have to take your chances when they arise.
Nick Jones starting off well, confidence will be high. 5-0 he leads, 5 ends played, and still in an area where we think he's going to stick with his mark, and it is exactly right. He likes to come down to the corner towards the number 2 green, but when he delivers out across the middle, he's over to the scoreboard stand.
He has lengthened it considerably. He went a lot deeper into the corner, which means going back to that area he's got to send the jack further, and has he caught himself out? I think he has. He's caught himself out badly there. This is a massive chance now for Wayne.
Needs to get in early. Hasn't been able to get one yet.
Won't be a good one, but it's gone in. That's the main thing.
Now then, what's the response from Nick Jones? Pensive on the mat, looks to be far better pace but it runs off the crown, will be the nearest. Is it a good enough ball to count the end?
It's a better ball altogether than his first. It's put the pressure back on Wayne, who's bobbled that out a little bit. Looks like it's going to go narrow unless the pace holds it. Just narrow, gone out.
6 singles on the score sheet, and not taking his chances. Wayne Jews, who had an excellent win in the first round, 21-7 against a young up-and-coming bowler, Nick Burridge. He would have fancied his chances, wouldn't he? He would have thought he would have been able to see off Wayne Jews, but Nick Jones, 6 ends played, 6 singles, 6-0.
6-0, yeah. Better than 12-0, which it could have been. That's the only thing Wayne's got going for him at the minute. He's keeping it to ones.
And Nick Jews, 48. Sorry, Nick Jones, number 48, is certainly sticking to his mark and has found a good lead down this bottom corner. Just upping the pace of the game a little bit, just trying to get his second ball ready. As soon as the first ball from Wayne Jews has been delivered, short, he's catching him out now, and ominous signs that he's going to dictate the early stages, Nick Jones.
This is what I feared for Wayne, with not knowing the green and losing the toss. It was always likely to happen that Nick was going to get a good run. Wayne's really got to try and get in here. Needs to score. He's better roaded. Can it get past?
Does he get a free run? He's trying to get down the backside. It might have just drawn if he drops in. He's having a look, or has he stuck out wide? And it's one again to Nick Jones.
I think further south you go, the All England becomes more prestigious. It's certainly one of the big ones, and if you've got that on your CV, you can definitely say you've arrived in the game.
Well, that's what one of these players will hope is going to be their day. At the moment, Nick Jones started the better of the 2 players in this second round match, but again, he won't be too happy with his lead, and Wayne Jews has got to try and punish that. It's an up and down sort of length, isn't it, Andy? Up first of all, then down off the crown.
That's right, that's the difficulty. You've got to reach to the crown and then it's downhill. Wayne's judging it fairly well, but Nick's doing a little bit better. He needs this to run now, does Nick? Needs it to run or else it's short.
Now then, he's got his first point on the board, unless he has an accident, so to speak, in terms of knocking his opponent in. But he's line 1 at the moment, Wayne Jews, and he shouldn't have any problems to get to the first double of the game. First score on the board for the man wearing number 45 in red from the Yorkshire County, and he'll be pleased to see 2 on the red side of the scoreboard, Andy Cairns.
Yeah, he did the sensible thing. He changed his peg there. Instead of following Nick, thumb bias, he changed over and went finger, which was virtually straight at it. The bias wasn't allowed to take effect, the crown negating the bias there, so it was virtually straight. But Wayne's in a bit of a quandary now, where to go.
Nick Jones from the home county, and he leads 8-2 in this last 32 games, second round match. And again, he's across the centre of the green and he's right over the top of the crown. It looks to me as though, as you said earlier, he knows this piece of land and he knows this piece of green.
Certainly the way he's leading at the minute, he certainly knows where it's uphill and downhill, and I think he's catching Wayne out a little bit. Wayne just doesn't have a clue about this green at all.
It's not there, it's short, way short. We've got a great view of our commentary position on this one because we're judging it straight from out the ball's arm, aren't we?
He's just over the top of the line here, but it should sink back a touch at the finish, just a little bit. 2 good balls there, equidistant. He beats one, he beats them both.
Yeah, well, he's got to rectify and improve a lot on his first ball. Wayne Jews, down he goes. Right behind him are our 2 experts, commentary. It's easy from here.
He's underneath.
Yeah, leaves a double. Away he goes, and that's into double figures now for Nick Jones. He leads 10-2, and at the moment is in command of this second round match. So apart from the 8th end where Wayne Dews got his first 2 on the scorecard, it's been every end apart from that where Nick Jones, off he went with singles. Now he's had his first double and he's up to 10-2. And what's he let out?
Yeah, he's played a real good ball again. Foot short, bang on the road, forcing Wayne to reach up.
Well, it's the heaviest part of the green. He does look as though he's on a good land. Has he got enough in it? Oh, excellent reply. Yeah, very good reply. Got in.
This is exactly the same mark that Wayne set 2 ends ago. He's underneath with this. Got to be underneath.
Yeah, he's played at speed, but it's never going to come back up. Now, can he get back and get another double on the scorecard? He's got 1. So the only 2 he's scored so far.
There's no danger. No real danger. Can't really knock him in on a length.
And he's one off it to get 2. Pretty sure.
Ball. Well played ball, that.
So it does make a difference, like you say. Nick Jones having it all his own way with singles, and 1 double, but 2 doubles on the scorecard for the man in red, Wayne Dews, and keeps him hanging on in there at 10-4 down, but leading out. What are we going through his mind?
Well, he'll be thinking it's still early days. I mean, nobody wins a game of bowls at 10-4, so he'll just be wanting to make a lead. It's all about pressure this game. Play a good lead, put the pressure on your opponent. Only takes a few ends to turn a game around. And he looks on a good road here. Length's not so bad, just going to go past the jack a little bit, but not so bad. Rather have it than beat it.
See what it is now for Nick Jones, going a bit further distance. Looks to be travelling for me. Looks to be on the train to Chester. And it certainly is. It's nearly off the green. Poor ball. It is off the green at the end.
It is quite quick in that corner. It's the quickest part of the green is from what I've seen. So another good ball here from Wayne. Real good balls.
Now he's testing, because 3 doubles, if he can get them, takes him to 6-10 and within 4. And the first ball from Nick Jones was poor. What are your thoughts on this one travelling in?
He's on a good road, but I think he's too far looking at it. It's got to go underneath.
Yeah.
Another 2.
So the 6 that he scored are 3 doubles, and the 10 that Nick Jones, his opponent, scored are 8 singles and 1 double. So when it looked as though the game was drifting away, he'll look at that scoreboard and see 6-10. I'm in contention.
Yeah, he is right in it, and he's going right in the corners. Going to test Nick out, see what he's like going a distance.
Yeah, and heaviest part of the green as well. Well, we've seen a lot of play here today. Well, a lot of the bowlers have been caught short in terms of the distance. So has he reached?
This won't ever pass the jack. It's going to be a good 4-5 feet short. Bit of traffic in the way. This ball is sent it at the 2nd attempt. Needs to run.
Oh, he hasn't beaten it.
That's a bonus for Wayne. You'd have expected that ball to get beat first time up. He's certainly further with this.
Yeah, and looks as though the pace should take him through the other 2 balls to me.
Certainly further. Good ball. Yeah. And he's not actually gone right in the corners. He's a good 10 yards short of him. This has a bit of a squeak. Can it peg? No, it can't.
Has it left 2? Has it left his 4th 2 of the match? Or has it just saved one? He's definitely in. The man wearing number 45, Wayne Dews. There's no doubt about that.
He's just eyeing it up. I think he'll be asking for. Just asking if he can remove that ball before Nick gets there. We can have a look.
Both players are having a look. Both players are thinking, I fancy mine. The other one says, I fancy mine. So that could result in...
It's going to be a measure.
Down go the measurers. And it's only 1. So it was worth the measure for Nick Jones. But it's another 1 closer on the scoreboard for Wayne Dews. Will they head for the corner again, Andy?
Yeah, there's no reason to change at the minute. He caught him out quite badly last time, but he's not gone deep into the corner. It's playing probably, what, 35, 40 yards nearly. Not deep in the corners, 3/4 corners.
Well, if I was tipping it, Andy, I was tipping a good one here.
It's not so bad.
No, he's a good road, but it's short a little bit. But it's interesting, again, the distance is something new for Nick Jones. Has he reached?
He's not reached and he's not on the road. Apart from that, it's all right.
That's a bit like one of mine many years ago. Well, it's giving him every chance to get right back in the game after it was dominated early doors by Nick Jones.
That was a nice little hit. He was going past the jack with that ball. He's just promoted his own and made 2 good balls. Opened it up slightly for Nick.
Is he underneath?
He is underneath. It won't peg uphill.
Another double on the card, and he's nearly caught him up. It's 9-10 now. And we've been talking about scoring 2s through the game. Well, this is a real game that's showing how much that is emphasised, how much it's worth to your opponent when you're getting doubles. You know, that's 4 doubles, 1 single for Wayne Jews, taking him to within 1.
Yeah, correct. Wayne could have been out of sight. He could have been absolutely dead and buried if Nick had made his 2s at the start of the game. He could have been 14-0 in front. Instead he was 7-0 and the game's, well, it's tight, it's in the balance.
2 counties, of course, the home county for the Welshman, Nick Jones, and Yorkshire have provided many winners, many big tournament winners in the history of that county, and Wayne Jews will be representing them, man from Huddersfield, 21-7 winner in his first game against Nick Jones, the Welshman, a 21-13 winner in his first game. Again, down in this corner.
Yeah, he's made a good lead as Wayne caught Nick out again short. Got to get it in his head, he needs to reach here, and Wayne's improved with his second very good ball this.
Terrific ball. Jack toucher, and he's left his opponent with plenty to do to save him being 2 down yet again.
Well, he needs to miss his own, that's the first thing. Can he miss it? He can't.
Good judgment, Andy Kearns. You knew that was on the same line, and that's another 2. Now, incredibly, the scoreboard says Wayne Jews 11, Nick Jones 10.
One fewer ends, but he's in front, and that's the secret of making your pairs.
Exactly. So yeah, the Welshman, the home bowler, is for the first time under pressure and has gone behind in the game. Doubling up from his opponent, Wayne Jews has certainly proved worthwhile for him, and confidence-wise and getting it out now on the distance, he's lifting every time he delivers.
Yeah, and he's playing well. He's not nailing his leads in this direction, but he's putting a bit of pressure on Nick.
Here we go. Now then,
this is too far.
Yeah, it is. He's got him off guard at the moment. He's not in control, and he's not beating the lead 1, which he's given him a chance with. And usually Wayne Jews improves with his second. Wait and see on this one. Now he's got his head down, he's not fancying it. Sometimes the body language tells you a story, Andy, of a bowler.
He doesn't like it. He's better than his first, I think. Just.
There's room either side.
Yeah, beats one, he beats them both. That's the difficulty, though. His first ball's so wayward. He's got a massive improvement to make. This will need to stop. This could go out, missing. Gone out. It's left 2.
It's left 2.
Wow.
He's thinking, what's gone wrong? He must be thinking now, that's 13-10. I'm behind. I'm giving doubles away. I'm not saving one on plenty of room either side of the jack. In his mind now, what's he thinking, the local bowler, Nick Jones?
Whatever he's thinking, he needs to put it out of his head, because they won't be very positive thoughts at all. He's just, the wheels are falling off at the minute, and he needs just to take a moment and just concentrate on getting them back on and thinking about his lead. Well, he needs to beat Wayne's lead.
Into the 17th end, and what a turnaround in the second round game from Wayne Jews, representing the Yorkshire County. Nick Jones was out of the traps like a good one, way in front, way in command, but Wayne Jews has counted doubles, and he leads 13-10.
And he's keeping the pressure on. He's made a good lead in this corner. But Nick Needs to run. It can't get there. Needs to get in his head to reach this way.
Even that, Andy, from a local player in this corner, you see him catching him out, who knows it's the heaviest part of the green.
It's easily done. Good ball, Wayne. Great ball.
Well, he's certainly lining up another double, and he's double at the moment. He'd be a good darts player.
He's striking. He's got to that stage.
Here we go. He's let go. What are your thoughts?
Doesn't like it.
2 more, and he's increased his lead to 5. And the game has turned around, and there's a different Nick Jones now on the bowling green. He looks disillusioned, looks a little bit fed up, seeing the game go away from him. Down he goes. He's on his mark. He isn't going to go anywhere else. There's not going to be any distractions. He's not going to think I've got to try somewhere else on this green. I'm sticking. I'm getting closer to the last 16, third round. Yeah, but it could all change.
He's found a mark he likes. He's not made a good lead this way yet, and it's not going to be a good one this time either. It's a good yard, if not 4 foot short. There's room for Nick. He needs a length. The road is good. The line is good. Miss that ball and be a length.
How it changes when it's not going your way. It does go against you, and he looked a winner there, but all of a sudden collision and promoted Wayne Dews's ball closer to the jack.
I'm feeling a bit for Nick at the minute. That would have been a good ball missing. Wayne's running in this.
Yeah, it might not even counted, which will be disappointing for him. He didn't get his second ball in because he's been dynamite getting 2s. Is he off the land?
He's off the road. It's too far to back. Nothing for this. I'm surprised he didn't ask there how many it was. From the mat, it would have only looked like 1. He might have had a go at that, the way the game's gone.
It was only 1 as well, but it's 1 to the man wearing red, number 45, Wayne Dews, who's come from a long way back to get himself in a big strong position at 16-10 up and sticking on the mark that's proved very, very rich rewards for him.
Yeah, he's playing thumb peg into this heavy corner. It's a good 40-yard send. It won't finish so bad. Maybe a yard to the side, just short, but Nick hasn't been beating those.
He's got to break it quickly or else it could be too late. Doesn't look here to me. No.
He's never reached with his first ball.
No, lost his momentum.
Yeah.
Better ball is this?
Yeah, it's a good one this. Good one, going to touch the jack. Very good. Now then, gotta reach, gotta be here. Well, give it a chance. He's giving it a chance. Needs the jack.
Might have just stopped in time.
I think it has, yeah.
1 down, 1 more on the scoreboard to number 45. No, 17-10 now, and is again led poorly.
If you notice, he's shoved the jack probably 5 or 6 yards further. Made a poor lead. It's all right doing that if you make a lead, but and Nick stepped in. That's what he needs to do.
Now this is interesting. Like you say, he's gone a lot further. He's got to get a decent second ball to stop his opponent claiming 2 back. And I'm not sure he's got a decent second ball yet. He's got punished for his own jack out there, as they say, hasn't he?
He's made a bit of a mistake there. I don't know if it's a loss of concentration or whether he thinks he's done enough, but it's certainly a bad mistake that. Should
be easy too, Andy.
Should be. Needs to stop, and it has done.
Kicked him in. Well, he's finally broken Wayne Hughes' run, Nick Jones. He's come from a long way behind to lead now 17-12, but it's Nick Jones going to be leading out, and we expect him to go across the crown. But what he has to do, he has to lead, and he has to keep hold of the jack for a few ends.
He does. He's just conceded a 15 break, and he now needs to get his head back on and lead like that. That's a great lead.
Terrific. How it changes when you lead out the jack and go your sort of length and mark. If you can get one like that, he'll be thinking, I'm still in it, and he'll be looking to get another one. Not as close as that, but count two.
He just really needs to beat that short ball, preferably past the jack, because the jack's not going to come back. Is he going to reach? He's just made one.
There's exactly how you said it, and how you predicted he wanted to do it, so he stops the strike.
That's right. So Wayne's just trying to save, really. He can afford to be a foot overplayed and maybe touch the ball, but yeah, he's promoted his own, his save. That's the main aim.
One more to Nick Jones, 48 on his back in blue, 13-17 down. Dominated the early proceedings, but a terrific run of scores for his opponent. Wayne Hughes has put him now more or less the favourite to ease into the third round. But balls can quickly change, there's no doubt about that when you're leading out that jack. Where's he gone, Andy?
He's gone across to the other green, the number 2 green, where we had a bit of success earlier in the game. Not as far into the corner, not made a good lead. It's only about 28 yards, something like that. He'd have expected a better lead than that. It's a good response.
Yeah, he's forcing him up now. He's gone in with the first ball. Can he respond?
Needs to run for me.
Might just be enough.
Yeah, good and now. Thought he was going to get wrecked by his own ball at one point, but he just slid past it. Good ball.
Could be a 2-shot on there if he plays on the jack, could there?
Well, he can try and play it on the finger peg. He's playing just overplayed, tighter that short ball.
Yeah, one more. Just clawing his way back into the game, Nick Jones. As his opponent, Wayne Hughes, looks at the scoreboard, sees he's got his nose in front. But it's a change of game now, because Nick Jones is leading out and going on his shorter marks. He's 14-17 down.
The other thing, of course, playing these sorts of marks is it makes Wayne count 2 ends together to get in the corners. Very sensible at this stage. Needs to lead, that's what it's all about now. Making a lead, needs to run. Not just near enough, 2 feet short. The way Wayne's played this second part of the game will beat that, but he's running. It's too far, goes out.
Going to go out. Now as he getting his chance to come back again in the game. He's got one a little bit further than his first, so it's going to be better. Yeah. Crowd are tipping it. Could be within 1 in a minute if he doesn't play something like. I would think first of all he's looking to just save that top ball, so he's only 1 down. He could win it, Andy. Could win it, Andy. Oh, terrific effort. Whether it's run out or not, it's fell down the right way. Oh, and he's got away with it. It's a great response, and probably deserved to win it, but it wasn't to be.
He needed a bit of a thicker bite on that jack, and it would have stayed in. Hard lines there, really.
So Nick Jones gets another on the score sheet. It's 15-17 down. 24 yard mark down to number 2 green. He's after him now. He's livened up again.
Yeah, he's livened up. He's back in the game. Needs to run though. Needs to run a bit. Live and let live sort of lead.
This is a test. This is where you've got to be concentrated, because it's a different pace where we're on now. Once it's gone past the jack, it goes out, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, yeah. Just trying to break Wayne's length up again. It's like it was at the start of the game. Looks like we've gone back in time to the start.
Just in front of his other, just going past his other. Yeah.
Again, there's just 2 shots on here, trying to run the jack. Probably the percentage ball, but I think Wayne's trying to beat them with a
dead wood.
Dead
playing.
ball.
Yeah, he is. What about it, Andy?
Needs to run.
He's running him.
Now then.
17 all. How this game has swung from one player to the other. I couldn't tip the winner.
Oh, this has been a really good game. It's just shown the importance of making 2s in a game of bowls. Been really good tactically. Not been the closest played game of bowls, but certainly been a good game to watch. Ebbed and flowed.
And now we're at the nitty-gritty stage. Both players are 4 from home to reach the last 16, and it could go either way, but at the moment, because he's leading out the jack, the home bowler from the Welsh county, Nick Jones, might slightly beat the favourite.
Made a good lead. Just over a foot away from the jack. Tricky little part of the green, coming off the crown. Wayne needs this to run, can't do.
Been a great tactical battle. There's no doubt about that. Both players have played to the strengths in terms of one wanting to get out in the country and the other keeping it a short distance. And he's definitely got a second ball, and the kisses are going beautiful. Look at that.
Needed that. Needed it. Now then, Wayne. Got to be there. Just need a yard of running in your last. Hoping for something in the way.
Not far off.
Not far off at all.
Oh,
good ball.
Terrific ball. An excellent ball under real pressure, going 19-17 down to go 18-17 up. What a wonderful ball from Wayne Hughes. A terrific ball under pressure.
That's what we call in the game a percentage ball. And that's what can happen. Any contact was good. Ran the jack for a single. Taking control of the game again.
All about the lead now. Not a lot of leeway for either player.
It's likely to be overplayed with this. Bit of adrenaline. Going to a quick part of the green. Not so bad. Couple of feet perhaps. Going a little bit further than the last few ends. Going across the crown. Now he's finger peg. Bias towards the jack.
It's gone in. The local player's got his first ball in. He's on good road. He's going to force him away in it from the jack as well. If he's going to go the same peg.
Yeah, he's got to go slightly wider, which means you've got to go slightly further.
Let's ask the referee for he's going to strike.
I thought he may do. Very positive sort of player. Close, watching it, just underneath.
I think he's left a big opportunity here for his opponent to go one away from the game. Ooh, now he's got to go back. There's been a collision with the jack on another ball. He'd already picked the footer up as well.
Now he's got to place the mat back as close as he can to where it was. It would just be a best guess at this point. He'll have a look and see if he can find something that reminds him of where it was, and he just plays it again. We applauded Wayne for playing a percentage ball at the last end, but for me that strike was the wrong ball. Should have just been trying to beat that ball, and if he didn't beat it, then he's got a good second. He's only giving the one away, which goes back to what we're saying about saving 2s and making 2s.
They're shouting, whoa.
Got to go out now, all downhill.
Well, he didn't get to 19, he got to 18 all. Thought he could have got to 19, and knowing he only wanted one end, if he could get a double to win the game for him, but it wasn't to be. And they're all squared at 18 all, which is a terrific game. And again, tactically, Nick Jones from the Welsh County is just thinking where he wants to go, which way on the green he fancies it, but he's going to, I think, go in a short mark running area.
I think he'll go back to where they've just come from. Thumb peg off the crown. He's gone a little bit further than I thought he would have done. I thought he might have just dobbed it over the top of the crown, but that's basically where they've just come from. Just be wanting a lead. It's all uphill now. Now it's running a little bit off the crown, but it's never past the jack.
Now he's giving him a yard or so. Nick Jones, a local Welshman. Now Wayne Hughes just nodded his head down on landing there to say, I don't fancy that.
Not so bad, you know. It's not so bad to say he don't like it.
No, he doesn't, no, and he's surprised himself, so that's actually gone in.
It's a good ball.
Down he goes. Lovely action. He's delivered this. He's certainly up.
And he can afford to reach on that ball. He can touch his own. Misses it. It's a good one anyway. Oh, it's just gone out.
Now an opportunity. If he gets a clear run here, Wayne Hughes, he could be one from home. He's definitely on for one, I'm sure. He might ask the question, but no, he thinks he's confident enough that he's in. Play the same again. Get a clear run. He's one from game. Has he reached, Matt?
Needs to run. Needs to run. Can't get there.
Well, he was a man on fire in getting doubles early in the game, Andy. There's no doubt about that. When he wanted a double there, he just let himself down. But he leads out at 19-18. He'll go for that corner. His favourite corner, won't he? Run to the 28th end of a titanic tussle. Nick Jones taking the early lead, taking the early initiative, 10-2 up. But doubles on the bowling green for Wayne Hughes has put him in sight of a third round position. What's he delivered? What's he led?
Needs to stop. Can't. Overplayed it.
Won't be happy with that lead.
I hope he hasn't seen the winning line too soon.
Can that happen?
Oh yes, very much so. You can get to 19, 20 and just switch off a little bit. Just underneath this ball, win it on a length, I think. They're both poor balls, really.
Yeah, they wouldn't expect any of them to count, would they? Taking his time. Down he goes. Let's watch his reaction. Saying he's too far. He's clapping his hands and bouncing his knees. He needs a connection on the jack. Oh, he has done. He's made one bad ball into half decent one and ended up with a good second. Lies up. So, Nick Jones, the Welshman, has to save this end or
pressure's on.
It's the end of his challenge. Down he goes. Off he goes.
He likes it.
Has he reached? Has he reached?
Doesn't look like it.
No, he's not reached.
Doesn't look like it.
Looks to me.
Oh.
Well, he hasn't signalled to.
Toss the mat off the green.
Toss the mat back. Shake of hands. And what a comeback for the man in red. No doubt about that. Wayne Hughes wins the game 21-18. And on reflection of having watched that game, Andy Cairns, that didn't look to be the case early doors.
No, you'd have had a big price for Wayne to win that game. Nick's walking off disconsolate there. 7-0 up, he'd have been cruising. He'd have been happy in his own mind where the game was going, and a 15 break from Wayne just brought him right back in it. From the 11th end onwards, it was all Wayne Hughes.
Certainly was. It took 28 ends, but when you looked at the early stages of the game, it was points galore for Nick Jones. But that sequence of twos, in fact, from the 12th, from the 11th end, as you say, right the way through, he was doubling up, and that is a big way of winning a bowling match.
Absolutely, that's the way you do it. Make your twos, save your twos. It should be every bowler's mantra.
Wayne Hughes from Yorkshire is into the third round, 21-18 winner.
Wayne, congratulations, good result there. When you were 10-4 down early on, was that the sort of, oh goodness, what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, Nick played really well at the beginning of the game, but thankfully I kept him to ones instead of, giving twos away, so although I was behind, it kept me, somewhere in touch. And then obviously I tried to stretch him a little bit and he lost his length a little bit, and obviously I got a good lead then, but then he came back at me.
Well, absolutely. You know, it was a very tight finish in the end of the day. Now, you know, sometimes when you see people like Andy Murray, sometimes they say, look, it's really good to get a 5-setter in there, have a really good period of time. This is going to be the green that are going to play all the later stages on. So, in hindsight, it's probably good you've had a lot of ends on here.
Absolutely, yeah. More the merrier. Long may it continue.
Yeah. Is that a secret that when you were getting, you were getting well beaten early on, you weren't really at the races at all? Was that the secret, just to try and keep it down to ones, so you were still in there?
Absolutely, yeah. Obviously, ones are better than giving twos away. You know, it's the nature of the game, and thankfully, it was more ones than twos.
Any idea who you're playing next?
I don't, to be honest. Like I said, I've just come off the green now. I'm going to get my opponent a drink and have a rest for a while.
Good Crown Green honours there. Get him a drink. All right. Well, thanks for talking to us and good luck.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
And so after 11 ends, Nick Jones was leading by 10 points to 4, but in the end it was Dews who came away with a 21-18 victory, and Dews goes through to the next round. Looking at the results from the second round, very tight indeed. 21-20s in 3 of the matches, some 21-19s and 18s in there. It was all very tight. One big one of note, Greg Smith, past champion in 2013, putting out Gary Ellis from Manchester, who had won this event twice before. That was a cracking match on rink number 2. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.